What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I am back today to give you a review of the Nike Air Max 1 Premium SE in this hot sauce colorway. This is a brand new colorway of the legendary Air Max 1, which released back on May 9th. These retailed for a price of $160 US or $210 here in Canada. And I don't know if I just had a brain fart, but it just hit me how expensive Air Max 1s are these days. 210 Canadian dollars. I remember when they were a lot cheaper, and it honestly doesn't even feel like it was that long ago. Anyways, on the box, Nike labels this as a premium SE or special edition colorway. So let's see if the shoe lives up to its name and if it's worth its retail price. So the official colorway for this shoe is white, metallic silver, neutral gray, and chili red, and these are available at most major Nike retailers, including The Closet Inc. here in Canada. The Closet Inc. is an independently owned and operated sneaker boutique based right here in Southern Ontario in Canada, and they're my go-to shop for retro Jordans and Nike releases. So I've linked their socials, their website, all that good stuff down below, so check them out, support the independent shops, and be sure to tell them that I sent you. So back to the shoes, diving right into the details. As we start things off with the toe box, you'll see how the base layer here is covered in this white colored mesh. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have the silver colored leather, which is covered in the shiny metallic silver layer, which reminds me of tinfoil. So the same silver colored material covers the U-throw as well. However, next to this on the mid panel, we have this heavily tumbled gray colored leather, and then for the top two eyelets, this is constructed out of a red colored TPU with black colored speckling. The same can be seen on the swoosh underneath this as well. So the swoosh here feels like it's constructed out of a red colored nubuck, and it also has this black speckle paint found throughout. Underneath this, the silver mudguard, and this runs along the entire bottom of the shoe, wrapping around the heel as well. Surrounding the top portion of the ankle collar area, we have more of that white colored mesh, and then beneath this we have more of that tumbled gray leather, and instead of your typical Nike branding, we have the stylized Nike branding instead, and replacing the eye, we have a red colored chili pepper. As far as the laces go, so these come with these off-white or sail colored flat laces, and they have these red colored lace tips, which was a nice added touch. If you want to give the shoe a little bit more pop, they come with a red colored flat lace as well, and these ones have green colored lace tips, leaning in more so to the whole chili pepper idea. Underneath the laces we have this thin nylon tongue, which has a bit of a retro flavor to it. On the top we have the square tag with Nike Air Max branding, and then for the back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in this off-white colored mesh, and there's some level of padding here in the collar, but it's pretty minimalistic all things considered. So these come with these custom designed insoles with that chili pepper styled Nike branding on the left foot and the words "It's in the sauce" on the right foot. So the upper of these Air Max 1s sits atop this polyurethane foam midsole, which is painted in this sail or off-white color. We have an encapsulated air unit underneath the forefoot, along with this visible max air unit on the heel, and the air bubble itself is painted in red. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, so the outsole here is your standard Air Max 1 design, and this is constructed out of a mix of red, black, and white colored rubber. So we have this waffle style traction pattern on the forefoot, along with Nike Air branding running down the center of the heel. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this shoe. And for those wondering about how these fit, generally speaking these do fit true to size, but for some reason I found that these fit a little bit more snug than some of my other Air Max 1s that I picked up over the last few years. To me, it still is true to size, but I feel like if you have a really wide foot, you'd be better off going up a half size. To me, it just felt a little bit more snug all around the toe box area, but it could be just a manufacturer's inconsistency, so if you're able to try on a pair in store, I would recommend that first, just to ensure that you get the right sizing. But when in doubt, just go with your normal Air Max 1 size, whether that's true to size or half size up. It all comes down to your personal preference on how you like your shoes to fit. Moving on to the comfort, so these feel pretty much like any other Air Max 1. It's honestly not the most comfortable sneaker. It feels pretty firm underfoot. There's not much give or softness to it, but for an everyday casual use sneaker, Air Max 1s are going to be perfectly fine. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship on this shoe, so is this worth that $210 or $160 US price point? Honestly, I didn't think the materials were bad. Obviously, it's not going to have super premium materials, but as far as a general release Air Max 1 goes, but I thought they were somewhere around average to slightly above average when you compare it to other general release Air Max 1s. So I really appreciated the different materials on this shoe, this tinfoil looking leather, which at first glance might look completely synthetic, but you can actually see the genuine leather grains when you remove this top layer. And I have to say, the overall build and the construction on this pair, at least for the pair that I got, it seemed pretty much flawless. The panels were consistent between my left and right feet, the stitch job was good, the paint job was good, there weren't any visible glue stains that I could see. So at least from that standpoint, I had no complaints, and I thought these were really well put together. So with all of that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up for you, and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, this is a fun new colorway of the Nike Air Max 1. Is it a pair that I would consider to be a must-have in my own collection? No, but considering these are still sitting in full size runs pretty much at all retailers right now, I would no doubt expect these to eventually go on sale and maybe eventually make it to the Nike outlets. So I think that if you're able to grab these for under retail, then these would be a solid addition, especially if you're a big Air Max 1 fan. And while I appreciate the uniqueness of the design, it's not necessarily one that I would say is an absolute must cop. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know what do you guys think about this hot sauce colorway of the Nike Air Max 1. For anyone watching, did you also pick up a pair of these? Are you waiting for these to potentially or eventually go on sale? Or you're just not feeling the design and it's just not for you? As usual though, if you guys enjoy this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and hopefully it helped you in some way. Another huge shout out goes out to The Closet Inc., and I'll catch all of you in my next video.